SoftAfric by emailing us at elearning@softafrique.net or calling 4089615150. Are you ready to become a cybersecurity professional in just 4 months? At SoftAfric, we provide the perfect blend of theory and hands-on experience to prepare you for the job market even before you graduate. Our state-of-the-art virtual labs ensure you gain practical skills. Dedicated virtual machines are assigned to each student, giving you a personalized learning experience. With a 98% success rate, SoftAfric stands out. We don't just stop at training, we help you craft the perfect resume, ace your interviews, and support you even after you land the job. Why you'll love signing up with us. 1. Each learner gets a complimentary 1-year antivirus subscription for their computer. 2. Dedicated virtual machines are assigned to each student. 3. Students can access recorded classes to review each session as needed. 4. Test banks are available to prepare students for the exam. Our lectures are scheduled from Thursday to Sunday at 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, with 2-hour sessions that fit into your schedule. Join the ranks of successful cybersecurity professionals today. Enroll now at SoftAfric by emailing us at elearning@softafrique.net or calling 4089615150. Your future in cybersecurity starts here. Are you ready to become a cybersecurity professional in just 4 months? At SoftAfric, we provide the perfect blend of theory and hands-on experience to prepare you for the job market even before you graduate. Our state-of-the-art virtual labs ensure you gain practical skills. Dedicated virtual machines are assigned to each student, giving you a personalized learning experience. With a 98% success rate, SoftAfric stands out. We don't just stop at training, we help you craft the perfect resume, ace your interviews, and support you even after you land the job. Why you'll love signing up with us. 1. Each learner gets a complimentary 1-year antivirus subscription for their computer. 2. Dedicated virtual machines are assigned to each student. 3. Students can access recorded classes to review each session as needed. 4. Test banks are available to prepare students for the exam. Our lectures are scheduled from Thursday to Sunday at 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, with 2-hour sessions that fit into your schedule. Join the ranks of successful cybersecurity professionals today. Enroll now at SoftAfric by emailing us at elearning@softafrique.net or calling 4089615150. Your future in cybersecurity starts here. Are you ready to become a cybersecurity professional in just 4 months? At SoftAfric, we provide the perfect blend of theory and hands-on experience to prepare you for the job market even before you graduate. Our state-of-the-art virtual labs ensure you gain practical skills. Dedicated virtual machines are assigned to each student, giving you a personalized learning experience. With a 98% success rate, SoftAfric stands out. We don't just stop at training.
I believe you guys can hear me. So I'll actually continue. I hope you guys have been doing well this past week. This threat intelligence seminar is actually organized by Soft Afrique group of companies. Soft Afrique is a multidimensional group which offers various services. So we'll talk about our services later after the video, but then this seminar is meant as a form of an education in cybersecurity to help people actually understand the dangers of the thing that you do on the internet, to actually help people also know about cybersecurity and the thing that they can do better to prevent hackers from actually having access to their devices. So this platform is where we learn a lot of things about cybersecurity. So I'll actually proceed with what we have for you for today. So our sections, as you know, it is divided into two: our video awareness training and our presentation section. So our video awareness training is where we watch a video, we analyze the video, and we answer a few questions from the video. And then our presentation section is by our resource person who will be actually educating us on a few things in cybersecurity. So before I waste much time, I will actually proceed with the first session where we do our video awareness training. So I'll play the video, but I'll play the video 2 times as I mostly do. You watch the video, analyze the video, learn from the video, and then we can talk about the video when we are done. Can you actually grant me access, Pradeep, for the video? Yeah, hello, Pradeep. Can you actually grant me access for the video for me to share my screen? Hello, Pradeep, are you there?
Let me try reaching out to him. Let me try calling him.
Okay, I think he just did. So he just did. Yeah, let me actually
Okay,
continue.
okay.
Yeah. All right.
Ninja. Episode 702. Attack of the Apps. Security topic, malicious apps. Starring Tia Carrera as Heidi. Over 300,000 Android users have been hit with banking Trojan malware that allows hackers to steal login credentials for banking websites. The malware was installed on victim devices when they downloaded malicious apps from the Google Play App Store. Interior, high-end restaurant.
You really didn't need to pick up the tab, Maya.
Are you kidding? It's my pleasure. And I assure you, it has nothing to do with you being the decision maker on what could be our first 7-figure account.
I'm sorry, but your card's been declined. Would you like to try another one?
Oh, okay. Well, hold on. I think.
Here, Maya. Let me pick it up.
No. I insist. If I could just find my my other card. It's hold on. It's got to be in here somewhere.
Interior, CISO's office.
Oh, can you believe that, Heidi? I was mortified. I finally found my personal card, but by then everything was so awkward. Any idea why the card got denied?
Actually, you're not the only account manager who's had this issue. In fact, I was about to send a company-wide email about this exact thing.
Don't tell me. Someone scanned a bad QR code?
No, this time it was a malicious app. See, several of our employees used their corporate-issued credit cards to make purchases from an online retailer that subsequently had their data breached. That data included our credit card information, which allowed hackers to max out those cards.
Okay, but how did the malicious app factor in?
That's how all this started. The retailer's data was stolen because one of their employees downloaded a malicious app that allowed hackers to get onto their network through the employee's personally owned device.
I figured apps that are made available through a mobile application store are fully screened for malware.
You're not alone in that assumption. They are, but some are tricky enough to get past the malware scanners.
Oh, geez. I'm downloading apps all the time. How can I check to make sure I'm not installing anything malicious?
There's a few things you can do.
Heidi and Maya sail a digital treasure map of the App Store.
For starters, check to see how many users the app has. If it's not very many, say less than a few hundred, that should send up a big red flag. Along the same lines, you can check the user reviews on the app. If it has thousands of reviews and people are raving about it, it's less likely to be malicious. Finally, you should delete old apps you haven't used in a while. The fewer apps you have, the lower your risk. Oh, one more thing. You could also check the publish date and verify the developer is legit.
Maya gets a notification.
Oh no, it's an email from Garrett. Well, dinner must have gone well enough.
You landed the account?
He just put pen to paper, closing the deal.
That's amazing, Maya. A huge win for you and a huge win for the company. Great job.
Teachable takeaways. While mobile app stores do their best to screen for malicious apps, they don't catch all of them. Warning signs of malicious apps include having few users, as well as asking you to install frequent updates. If you haven't used an app in a while, it's a good idea to get it off of your device, thereby limiting your risk. Ningyo, Episode 702, Attack of the Apps. Security topic, malicious apps. Starring Tia Carrera as Heidi. Over 300,000 Android users have been hit with banking Trojan malware that allows hackers to steal login credentials for banking websites. The malware was installed on victim devices when they downloaded malicious apps from the Google Play App Store. Interior, high-end restaurant.
You really didn't need to pick up the tab, Maya.
Are you kidding? It's my pleasure. And I assure you, it has nothing to do with you being the decision maker on what could be our first seven-figure account.
I'm sorry, but your card's been declined. Would you like to try another one?
Okay, well, hold on. I think...
Here, Maya. Let me pick it up.
No, I insist. If I could just, find my other card. It's, hold on. It's gotta be in here somewhere.
Interior, CISO's office.
Can you believe that, Heidi? I was mortified. I finally found my personal card, but by then everything was so awkward. Any idea why the card got denied?
Actually, You're not the only account manager who's had this issue. In fact, I was about to send a company-wide email about this exact thing.
Don't tell me. Someone scanned a bad QR code?
No, this time it was a malicious app. See, several of our employees used their corporate-issued credit cards to make purchases from an online retailer that subsequently had their data breached. That data included our credit card information, which allowed hackers to max out those cards.
Okay, but how did the malicious app factor in?
That's how all this started. The retailer's data was stolen because one of their employees downloaded a malicious app that allowed hackers to get onto their network through the employee's personally owned device.
I figured apps that are made available through a mobile application store are fully screened for malware.
You're not alone in that assumption. They are, but some are tricky enough to get past the malware scanners.
Oh, geez. I'm downloading apps all the time. How can I check to make sure I'm not installing anything malicious?
There's a few things you can do.
Heidi and Maya sail a digital treasure map of the App Store.
For starters, check to see how many users the app has. If it's not very many, say less than a few hundred, that should send up a big red flag. Along the same lines, you can check the user reviews on the app. If it has thousands of reviews and people are raving about it, it's less likely to be malicious. Finally, you should delete old apps you haven't used in a while. The fewer apps you have, the lower your risk. Oh, one more thing. You could also check the publish date and verify the developer is legit.
Maya gets a notification.
Oh no, it's an email from Garrett.
The developer is legit.
Maya gets a notification.
Oh no, it's an email from Garrett. Well, dinner must have gone well enough.
You landed the account.
He just put pen to paper, closing the deal.
That's amazing, Maya. A huge win for you and a huge win for the company. Great job.
Teachable takeaways. While mobile app stores do their best to screen for malicious apps, they don't catch all of them. Warning signs of malicious apps include having few users, as well as asking you to install frequent updates. If you haven't used an app in a while, it's a good idea to get it off of your device, thereby limiting your risk.
Okay, so welcome back from the video session we just watched. The video was about mobile apps, malicious apps. We have a few questions that we have to take. So the questions are just three. So I'll read the questions. If you, after watching the video, you provide me with the answer for this question. So the first question is, what are some of the red flags that can give away a potentially malicious app? The developer's name, contact info, or profile seems illegitimate. The publish date is too recent, or the app asks you to install frequent updates. The app doesn't have more than a few hundred users and doesn't have too many reviews. The last one is all of the above. What are some of the red flags that can give away a potential malicious app? So what is the answer, guys? right? Answer is all of the above, because all the things that we just watched can actually give out. Interesting. One good way to limit your risk is to never install any update on your apps. Remove all apps from your device. Uninstall apps you haven't used in a while. So the option is uninstall apps you haven't used in a while. You must make sure that you remove them. That is a way that you limit your risk. Question number 3 is a true or false statement. Mobile application stores scan all apps for malware. So there is no way for malicious apps to pass this screening. And from the video that we just watched, we know that, yes, the mobile application store scans all apps for malware, but then some applications might get away with it. So this statement is a false statement. That will actually bring us to the end of our video awareness training, where we have watched a video about mobile applications. So some mobile applications on our app store can or might have been infected with a malware, and they can actually go ahead and compromise a lot of our data and information. And this video was how to actually protect ourselves against it. When you go to the App Store, you have to check for this application. You have to check for reviews, check for who the owner is, check for a lot of things before you download this application, right? So yes, that is our first session, which we've just done. Now let's move on to our second part of threat intelligence seminar, where we do a presentation section by resource person. This resource person will be me. I will be the resource person for today, as I've been doing for weeks. So today we have actually picked a few attacks. So we are taking 10 attacks, 10 cybersecurity attacks, and how to protect ourselves from them. And these attacks or these things are just common things that happens, on our day-to-day activity. These attacks are just common, the basic ones that we know, or the basic ones that are out there, and how to protect ourselves from them. So today, that is what you'll be doing, how to protect ourselves from them. And common cybersecurity threats and how to prevent them. These are the 10 common ones, the 10 basic ones that we know, and how we can actually prevent them. And there are a lot of them, right? So we will look at the basic ones that we have. Now, we are actually trying to look at, how or why these things happen. Now, these cyber threats have actually become a major concern because no person or no one is immune to this risk that is actually posed by cyber criminals. Every time, every day, we hear news that someone has fallen victim to a cyber attack or a company has suffered a cyber attack. And why does these things keep on happening? We, as cybersecurity professionals or would-be cybersecurity professionals, our aim is to protect. We are actually protected. We are the digital police or the police of the cyberspace. And our job is to protect devices, to protect networks, to protect sensitive information from these attacks. But how do we do that if we don't actually understand how these attacks work and how we can protect ourselves? So we as individuals must actually know this. We as normal individuals, before we even become cybersecurity professionals or before we get more info, more knowledge in cybersecurity, there are some few things that we should know. Right? So in this presentation, I will walk you through the 10 common cybersecurity threats, explaining how they occur, and how we can prevent them. So by the end of the session, you'll be equipped with practical tips to enhance your online safety and minimize your risk of becoming a target. Now, let's go to the first one, which is phishing. One of the common attacks that we have there is phishing. And some we ask, what is phishing? Now, phishing is a technique that cyber criminals or hackers use to deceive people into providing sensitive information, such as their passwords, their credit card numbers, or personal data. Now, phishing often happens through fake emails, text messages, or sometimes they might even use a website. That website appears legitimate. So you might think that you are providing your information on a legitimate website, not knowing that that website that you are actually providing your information to is a fake website. Now, phishing often happens through emails, text message. You'll be there and you receive a text message. That text message will be asking you to click here. You've won this, you've won that. And that is a way, once you click there, it takes you to a site that, okay, log in with your Facebook account to redeem this reward. Now, once you log into that Facebook account, the website is providing you. The website is actually stealing your information, stealing your password and your Facebook username. And by the time you are done, they might even tell you that you didn't redeem it early, or the package is no more, or wait a few seconds, we will deliver it to you, these kind of things. And when that happens, they take that, let's say your Facebook account, they will then log into your Facebook account and then do whatever they want to do. Now, how do we prevent against this type of attack or this phishing? You must always verify the sender's email address. So every time somebody sends you an email and you don't actually trust it, look for who the sender is. Look for where this message is coming from. Now, the second one is you have to hover over links. Hover over this link to ensure they lead to a legitimate website. Now, before you hover over them, the website will appear. Sometimes they might even trick you with a fake, website inside the email. But then as soon as you hover over that website, a different website comes for you to know that the website that you are clicking on is the same website that will take you there. Now, the third one is use spam filters to block phishing attempts. Now, there are softwares that can help you, block phishing attempts. There are other software, there are other mechanisms that you can actually put in place that will actually block these type of unsolicited messages. And the last one is never share personal information through email or unverified platform. Never share personal information through email or unverified platform. Our second part is malware, malicious software. Malware is a malicious software designed to infiltrate, damage, or gain unauthorized access to systems. Malwares are specially designed softwares or applications that are designed to infiltrate, that are designed to damage, that are designed to gain unauthorized access to systems. Now, these comes in the form of viruses, worms, ransomware, spyware, and if you actually download these things, or if you actually get these things on your device will be infected. Now, viruses actually happens when you go to websites to download pirated softwares, movies, because most at times we don't want to actually pay for the app or the software. So we have websites that we have there, or their website on the internet, where we maneuver our way to get the software for free. And whilst you are downloading it, you might not know you're downloading a virus. So buy one, get one free. You think you are getting their software for free, but maybe you are actually, infecting your device with a virus. So it is very, very common there where we go online to actually download a few things. We download viruses, and one of these viruses comes to our device, they can actually do other things. So there are different types of malware, and virus is a common example. We have worms, we have ransomware, we have spyware. All these things have what they are intended to do. But the main goal of malware is to infiltrate, damage, or gain unauthorized access to system. Now, how do we prevent ourselves against malware? Install reputable antivirus software and keep it updated. So have an antivirus software on your laptop or on your device to prevent these things. As soon as you have an antivirus, they do a very good job of blocking these malware. And that is one way to prevent ourselves from malware attacks. The second one is avoid downloading files or applications from untrusted sources. I think that we are all victims of. We tend to download things from untrusted sources. And this is a way viruses or malware actually spreads. So make sure that you don't download files and applications from untrusted sources or untrusted websites. Regularly update your operating system and applications to fix security vulnerabilities. Now, vulnerabilities are weaknesses in systems or on networks. Now, we must make sure that we update our operating system. The operating system is the software or the application that runs our laptop or our computer. So Microsoft Windows 20 or Windows 11. That is the operating system that coordinates the activities of the hardware and the software, brings it together to make sure that your computer can run. And that is one thing that we must actually make sure that we update it. So there's a new update for Windows 10 and Windows 11. You have to make sure that you update this operating system constantly. Every time there is a security update, there is a patch, you must make sure that you update your system, update your operating system. The last one is do not open suspicious email attachments. So from phishing, email attachment can also spread malware. Don't open them if you don't trust them. The email is a way where cyber criminals actually target people. So you must actually make sure that you protect your emails. Don't open attachments, suspicious attachments. And then we have ransomware. Now, ransomware is a type of malware, but then this is a different attack that you want to actually focus on. Now, ransomware, when it happens, this type of attack actually, when it comes to your device, when this malware finds itself on your device, it locks your files up. It encrypts your files. It locks your system. And it demands payment. It demands money, usually in cryptocurrency, to unlock it. So once these attackers are able to have access to your system, they will tell you that pay this amount of money before I leave your systems for you. And that is challenging. And there is a famous WannaCry ransomware attack, that actually affected hundreds of businesses worldwide, costing millions in damages. So that is what they do. Their intention is to compromise your system and get money out of you, or get money from you. And you might need your file. So you pay the money at the end of the day. And then they will try and maybe release your files for you. But so you can't actually trust somebody who's have access to log your sensitive information. What if you pay and they don't even give you access to your files again? Then how can we prevent ourselves against these type of ransomware? Now, the first one is perform regular backups or important files, both online and offline. Backing up your files is one way to prevent ourselves from ransomware. Now, ransomware locks files up, locks our systems up. So imagine your systems are locked up and you have a different backup system that you can use to actually do your services. It means you don't even mostly care about paying this money that the hackers are demanding, so you get away with it. And then you make sure you protect your system afterwards. So that is a better way. And make sure that the backups they are keeping are both online and the backups are both offline, so that even if it happens on the internet, you have a separate form of secure form of files out there that you can actually use. The second one is avoid clicking on unknown links or downloading attachments from untrusted emails. Email, another thing here, you see it. Don't click, avoid clicking on unknown links or downloading attachments from untrusted emails. The third point, keep your software and operating systems up to date to patch vulnerabilities. Keep your softwares and operating systems up to date to patch vulnerabilities. That is something that we've met. We met our previously. So make sure that your operating system and software that you have is kept updated. Keep updating these softwares. Make sure that you update them whenever there's a new update. You make sure that you update them to keep your operating system up to date. An important element in the digital space. The last one is implement robust email filtering and scanning systems. So the applications and the system there that scans every email that comes to you, you can implement these things. So whenever this email is coming to you, it reads this email to see if this email has any attachment. And this is also a very important element. So if you have a company and you want to protect yourself from these type of attacks, you can also look to SoftAfrique. We have the systems there that we can help you implement, in your business. So that is one thing that we can also do to help you. And this will filter every email that comes to you and make sure that legitimate emails only reaches your doorstep, not spam and phishing and email that contains ransomware and other things. Now we move on to the fourth type of attack, which is the password attacks. There are different types of password attacks, but then password attacks mostly is a way in which the hackers try to guess your password. They try to have access to your system by guessing the password you are using. So maybe on your phone, on your account, your banking systems, all these things, they try and use, techniques to have access to your system. So we have a technique like brute force where they constantly guess passwords. They have a dictionary attacks where they commonly use passwords. They use common passwords that they think people might use. An example is 123456000 and all other things. They try to actually guess. Maybe you might have used a simple password to your account, and then they will try and log in to your account. How do we prevent ourselves against password attacks? The first and most important rule in cybersecurity is keep a strong password. Keep a strong password. The password should be mixed with uppercase and lowercase letters, numbers, and special characters. With this way, there's no way they can guess your password because you mix them with different things. Number two is avoid reusing password across multiple accounts. Don't reuse the same password across different accounts. So if you have your banking account and your password is Ghana 2025, that is your password. Don't repeat Ghana 2025 across different accounts, across different applications. That is something that you shouldn't do. The third one is enable a multi-factor authentication for extra layer of security. So when we say multi-factor, it is a second layer. It is another step. After you input in your password, you have to also input or verify yourself, maybe through an email or through a mobile number or through biometrics, maybe scan your fingerprint. All these things are there. They are what we term as multi-factor authentication, and make sure that's enabled. So even if your password is compromised, the person can't go ahead because the person don't know how to also maybe provide your email account, verify himself on the email and other things. That is another way to protect systems. The last one is use password managers to securely store and generate complex passwords. So password managers, Google Manager, ePass, LastPass, these are password managers. And password managers are applications or softwares that manages password, that stores password, that generates password for you and saves it for you. So every time that you want the password, you can actually go there, look at your password, copy it, and come and use it. So that is what password manager does. And I think it's important because the reason why we want you to use password managers is because we want you to use different passwords for different accounts. And there's no way you remember all of them. You see, so the password manager will remember them for you, will align or manage or store them for you. So anytime that you forget, you go to the password manager and use it to log into your system. Now, the fifth one is a man in the middle. The man in the middle, somebody is sitting inside or in the middle of a conversation. So the man in the middle attacks happens when a hacker secretly intercepts communication between two parties. So the hacker will sit inside your conversation, and once he does that, he or she will read whatever is being sent over the network. So if you and I are having a conversation about our bank and the hacker is sitting inside the middle, the hacker can know whatever is going on, and this hacker can actually, use this information to do other things. So the man in the middle is where this person sits inside our conversation and eavesdrop whatever is happening. And this happens mostly on unsecured public networks, Wi-Fi networks. So you might think that you've connected to a free Wi-Fi, you've gone to a cafe, you've gone to a library, gone to a school, you've seen this free Wi-Fi there, and immediately you connect. Now, because this Wi-Fi is free and it's unsecured, attacker can use it to steal your sensitive data. How do you prevent from these type of attacks? Now, you have to avoid public Wi-Fi for sensitive transactions. So whenever you are doing something that's important, sensitive, don't use a free or public Wi-Fi. Or even if you do so, make sure that you have a VPN. So if you have a VPN, then you can actually connect, because the VPN will redirect whoever you are or will hide your presence, or will also provide a form of security where even if this person tries to sit in the attack, the person won't hear anything. So the VPN is another way. But if you don't have a VPN, don't log into a free public Wi-Fi. The second one is ensure websites you visit are secure. So websites that you visit are secured by checking it through HTTPS and not HTTP. So the S stands for secure. So HTTP secure. So whenever you are visiting a website, you have to check if the website you are visiting is secure. You look for a padlock symbol. So a padlock symbol will be at the left side of the website you are trying to visit. And if there's no padlock, it means that website is not secure. Please run or don't connect to this network, or don't connect to this website. Now, log out of account when finished and avoid auto-saving credentials on shared devices. So whenever you are done using, let's say, a laptop, a shared laptop, so if you go to the cafe and you use the laptop to do business, to do something, whenever you are actually coming out, make sure that you log out and don't save your details on it. Public laptops, public places, all these things are important to make sure that you don't save your credentials on these shared devices, because another person will come. Once you leave, another person will come, because it's a public place where different people can have access to that anytime. So why are you saving your credentials on it? And whenever you are done, log out of the account. So if, let's say, you visited Facebook on a cafe's laptop, log out of the laptop whenever you are done and remove all credentials from it. Don't save anything. That is a way to protect against man-in-the-middle attack. Now, we move on to another type of attack, which is denial of service attacks. Denial of service. Now, this attack actually happens when, attackers, they flood the website. They flood a website with excessive traffic, causing it to crash or become unaccessible. So you visit a website and you hear that this website is down, or visit again later. Maybe this website has suffered from a DDoS attack. Now, this happens where attackers flood a website with requests. So every website has the limit or the number of how many systems it can take at a time. So it can take 100 requests at a time. And then these hackers floods it with, let's say, 1 million requests, meaning that website will keep or crash because it can't handle the requests. And me or you who want to visit the website legitimately to do business, you won't have access to that. And that is a denial of service attack. It happens when we flood a system with excessive traffic. And this can happen to businesses, websites of systems. And how do we protect against them? We have to use firewalls and intrusion detection system to monitor traffic. So this attack is mostly for, let's say, organizations, because I don't have a website where they can flood it. So having firewalls and intrusion detection system might not be something that I might be interested in. But for the business, they might make sure that they have firewalls and intrusion detection systems to monitor this traffic. Now, they should employ anti-DDoS services to handle large-scale attacks. So there are services, anti-denial of service attack. They are there that can actually help you handle large-scale attack. This can actually look at where these requests are coming from and blocks them automatically as soon as it sees a repeating address or a repeating system flooding the website. They can actually remove it. So this is a better way an organization can actually use it. Now, limit server request rate and distribute traffic using content delivery system. That is another thing that they can use, and that's when you are interested in cybersecurity. When it comes to software freak, we actually teach you how to actually do this thing, these CDNs, content delivery networks, where you have other servers there that you can actually distribute this traffic. Make sure you redirect them, and then make sure that you have a limit. You can actually put a limit that if these people are on my system, nobody can even try to have access to my system. And then you redirect them. So whenever you suffer from a DDoS attack, you can use it to prevent them, and that is a good thing. I don't want to actually go into details now, but then later on, when you join our Software Freaks cybersecurity class, we can look at it, and then we can actually help you know more about these type of systems. And the last one that it's here is keep systems updated with the latest security patches. Now, have you noticed that every type of attack that we cover, there is one thing that is constant throughout: keep systems updated. Keep systems updated. And that is an important thing you have to know. Make sure that you keep your systems updated with the latest security patches. All right. Now, let's move on to an insider threat. An insider threat will be the last thing we cover for today. But then these people are the most dangerous people that we have, and it is difficult fighting against them because these people are inside your company. They are employees, they are workers, they are contractors inside your companies who want to hack your system, who want to compromise your security, who want to steal sensitive information. And now fighting against these people is actually difficult because how will you know this person has the intention of compromising your security? Because this person is a worker that you've employed, that you trust, that has been in the organization for years. How will you even know this person has an intention of compromising the systems, compromising, your business? Maybe this person is working for a hacker, or this person wants to sell the information on the dark web. But how will you know this person is an insider threat? So an example of an insider threat is an employee sharing login credentials with someone outside the company. That could result in data theft. So the person is inside your company, but the person is sharing login credentials of workers in the company with somebody outside. So the person might even sell it on the dark web. The person might even use it to even blackmail, the company. But how will you know that this person is planning on doing this? And preventing them or fighting against them is very, very, very difficult. But then there are a few things that we can actually do. The first thing is conduct regular employee training. So you must make sure that you psych them, you conduct training, train your workers, let them know who an insider threat is, let them know that what the dangers are, and let them also know that they should report if any of their colleagues is actually behaving abnormal in the company, or their colleagues is doing something that they are not supposed to do. Maybe you are passing by this colleague's laptop and you've seen that this colleague is trying to get access to some system that this colleague is not supposed to. They should actually report them. And then you can also do, a monthly appraisal where each employee gets to rate or gets to give out comments about the other anonymously, whereby no one's name will be shared out. But then this will help people share information about their workers, what their other workers are doing that is not right. That is a way you can also get to know the intention of this person. Now, you have to restrict access to sensitive data based on rules, principles of least privilege. So normal workers will just have access to basic things. They won't have access to sensitive data or companies' information. That is, they won't do that. You must make sure that you give the least privilege to normal people. Maybe the CEO or the CSO, maybe the board of directors, maybe they will have access to the sensitive information. And that one will even be a collective. So if maybe the CEO wants to get access to sensitive information, he must have the manager there, and the manager will also give him access. So 50-50. The CEO can't even get straight to the sensitive data unless the manager approves. With that, you can know who leaked the information or what the person can use the information for. So, but with the normal workers, just grant them access, give them least privileged access where they can just use it for their normal roles. The third one is monitor unusual behavior with systems that detect insider threats. So you can actually configure your system in a way that catches or monitors anomalies on system. So you see this person is logging in at odd times, maybe in the night, work close at 9 to 5. Now you see that a worker is trying to have access to the system after 7, after 6. The worker is trying to have the system from different locations. Meanwhile, the worker is inside or is located in, let's say, Ghana. But here, the different person claiming to be the worker is logging in from a different account, meaning that maybe this worker is using a VPN. So you can actually monitor systems, monitor these things, make sure that you put shadows on these things, make sure that you'll be able to detect these anomalies, because if you don't do that, your system might be compromised by somebody who is inside your organization. That is not a good thing. So monitor them, look at the time they log in, the time they log out, what they do with their account, what they try to do, the logs, or you can read all these things from the log. And that is important. Now, the last one is use strong password policies and audit logins regularly. So audit. Make sure that every week or every month you audit each and everyone's login. So make sure that you make this person, you look at this person's account, what this person has been using his or her account for. Has this person been using an account to log into systems or to log into or to have access to sensitive information? What is this person using his or her account for? The basic thing that he's supposed to be doing, is he doing that? This is a form of auditing. You check, make sure if he's doing that, then you check it. So that continues regularly. Make sure that you do this regularly, and by doing it, you might be able to apprehend an insider threat. And strong password policies is for general applications, general systems, general things inside the company. So maybe sensitive information must have strong passwords so that the insider threat might not even have access to that, might get there, but might not even know the password to that sensitive information. And that can help you make sure that your system is secured from an insider threat. All of us can be an insider threat for Soft Afrique. All of us here in the meeting can be, quote, an insider threat for Soft Afrique. But then we must put things in place to make sure that we protect Soft Afrique from an insider threat. And that will be the end of today's threat intelligence seminar. And I believe that wherever you are watching us, you've learned something from this presentation and from the video that we just watched. Okay. And I'll actually use this opportunity to thank you guys for joining us and listening to this wonderful presentation. Or some might find it boring, depending on how you followed or not. But then, thank you guys for listening and paying attention and learning something from this presentation. And for you out there who is interested in cybersecurity, Soft Afrique, we can help you and help you be a cybersecurity professional. Make sure that you get all the certificates that you need to be a cybersecurity professional. So you can actually enroll in Soft Afrique Cybersecurity Plus course. This there, talk to us. We will look at how you help you. And this class is online